there's always a gap between what you want to create and what you actually end up creating. Like your visions might be louder, bigger, more amazing than your actual current resources. And so that is what is keeping you stuck. That are your limitations because the filmmakers that I've talked to have had all these amazing big visions and they have this idea of having a Hollywood production in sight. And so they end up doing nothing because they keep waiting for funding. And so in this video, I'll cover how I made pilot episodes without any money. Like the frustration of having no money, having no resources, having no budget, having nothing of what you think will make this high-end production is devastating. And it is also creating the gap from where you currently are to where you want to get to. And so in this, I will cover how you can narrow that gap, how you can create even when you have nothing. And see now, when I look at like these professional YouTubers, they have all these high quality videos, they have all these, and you look at that and you go, okay, I won't be able to make something because I don't have that. I don't have that setup. I don't have that lighting. I don't have that system, yada, yada, yada. And all of this is causing you to not even start. You don't even start your YouTube career, your filmmaking career, whatever career you have in sight. You do not start it because you think that you are lacking. So the lack of even on the outside world, like there is a lack of resources. That is a fact. That is not something that you're just making up in your mind, but you're still operating from a lack of mindset. You're still keeping yourself stuck and not moving forward because you let these factors determine whether or not you should move forward or not. And so that is the loop that we want to break. And I want to show you how you can create even when you have nothing. Because, see, the thing is, I had nothing. I'm a single mom. I had no money. I was broke. I dream of being a filmmaker and actress. Like, I have all these huge dreams, and I have no way of moving them forward. I risked so much. I put like so much money, so much time, so much effort into building my career, and then just seeing it go downhill. But from time, I realized that I also have this really shitty mindset. I have this really shitty attitude towards my work and towards my career and towards building it. And so when I finally made the decision to move forward, regardless of my current actual circumstances, that is when something shifted in me. And I realized that, confidence comes from actually doing. It doesn't come from just sitting at home dreaming about it. It comes from actually moving forward and creating where you are currently at. And so when I keep saying like your vision has to be louder than the doubt, that is like the core essence of everything. If you have a vision, but then you also have the doubt, that is the negative mind keep talking at you, like saying, yeah, you're not ready, you don't have money, you don't have budget, you don't have this or that. There's so many other people out there doing this, but you're not there, you're not good enough, you're not. And this doubt sometimes gets louder than the vision. You need to have a vision that is so strong, that is so loud, almost delusional, that it interferes with the doubt. It interferes with that voice telling you that you are not ready, telling you that you're not good enough, you're not creative enough, you're not capable. So the lack of is a mindset where you are letting your lacks determine your entire life. But there is a way around that. There's a way to go from lack to creating. And it's not just talking about it. It's not just dreaming about it. It's actually executing it. And from execution, you will find courage. It's when you tell yourself that I hear the doubt, I hear the lack of mindset, I hear all of that, but I'm choosing to go anyway. I'm choosing to move anyway. And the doubt will come back. Like it's there. If you've been living in a lack of mindset, if you've been living in survival your entire life, you're obviously going to be programmed in a way where you are like the doubt is running the show. The lack of mindset is running the show. You've been living in survival. You've been living in always trying to prove yourself, prove your worth, and not seeing the success. So when you're going for something again, the doubt is obviously going to tell you that, this is dangerous. Don't do it. Stop. What are you doing? This is out of your comfort zone. But when I made my TV series, when I shot the film and I actually learned editing myself because I didn't have budget for post-production, I grew. I mean, I realized that holy shit, I am capable. I can shoot a film without any budget. I can learn how to edit. And in return, that led me to other opportunities, such as making video edits for artists. Like it just grew my confidence. And that is exactly what happened to one girl that I was mentoring as well. She was a filmmaker and she had been stuck for years and she had like all this, like lack of confidence and feeling insecure and feeling very shy. But during this, we had a little challenge in like 5 days. She finished her short film. She didn't have any budget. She wasn't aiming for Hollywood production. She just shot with what she had in her house and she used the resources, which is why like I keep saying that don't let your resources limit your creations because she was able to create this wonderful short film. It was really strong. She had no industry connections, but she used what she had. And after finishing that, she got confidence. And that confidence in itself made her land a paid gig as a social media accountant within the film industry. Do you see how the switch has been made here? She didn't start waiting around. She didn't start with waiting for funding, waiting to get opportunities. She started creating with what she had. Confidence came as a result of it, and then the opportunities follow. So sometimes you have to put yourself out there. You have to commit to finishing something and then see what opportunities arrive from that. Because confidence comes from doing, it comes from action. It doesn't come from just dreaming about it, waiting for it to happen. And in the film industry, there is no solid like reassurance that you will have funding, that you will get funding. And that is what I understood for myself. In Sweden, most fundings go to people under the age of 30, and I'm above 30, so I could easily have said, okay, I'm screwed. Like, there's no way that I'm gonna be a filmmaker if I'm 30 plus, and there's no way for me to get funding. But realizing that was also when I realized that there's no way for me to sit around and wait for funding because funding is not granted for me. Obviously, like, I'm surely not gonna get funding, so I had to find another way. I had to create a different path and I had to take matters into my own hand. And the rest is history. It's a wrap. Like I'm done. Like, and then I'm not saying that the doubt stopped coming, but because it came in post-production as well. But I was like, okay, now I'm here. What do I do? So it's like you take one step, you take one leap of faith, and then you're sitting in this. You've started something, you've started a project, so you feel like, now I need to finish it. And so step by step, you learn something, you learn a new skill, you take a new action, you take a new step, and then eventually, by the end of the day, you will have a finished project. And I didn't have any film industry connections either, but I went out there and I searched and I contacted people and I went with what I had and I was open and honest about it and I got people on board. And so we shot with what we had. And then, I mean, I learned post-production because I was like, okay, I cannot pay someone in post-production. So what do I do? I, in like 1 or 2 days, I learned everything in DaVinci. I learned how to edit. I learned how to use filters. I still struggle with the sound because the sound is not my expertise. I'm an educated photographer, so photography is like my strong skill, but so I knew already like I could translate the still images into like moving images and understand how the color grades and everything like that works. But even without that background, it's, if you want to learn something, a new skill, you can. It's just a matter of doing it. And so when you have a vision, but you don't know how to get there and you don't have the money, you don't have the resources, you find a way to use what you have currently and create anyway. And the same thing now with the YouTube channel. I mean, I didn't let not having the perfect setup stop me from creating. I'm like, what do I do? What do I have? Okay, I have a computer, I have Zoom, I have DaVinci. Like, I have some things. It might not be the perfect setup yet, but I'm like, okay, I'm gonna start because when I look at other YouTubers, their initial videos are not the highest quality. If you look at like TED Talks, I went back and I looked and I was like, oh, holy shit, this is like really low quality, and I was like laughing about it. But it's still like that's how they started, and the core vision was always there. And it was having people talk, having people come on stage and talk. Um, and it didn't matter. And it's the same thing with me. I can use my voice. I don't have to have the biggest, like the highest quality. Eventually, if I keep doing this in my head, I'm like, I will get there. One day, I will have the perfect setup. I will have the perfect lightings. I will have the because people also buy like what they see, how they perceive the value, and how, like, as a filmmaker, you know what perception is. Everything about perception. But I'm here to tell you that you can start creating today with what you have. So if I would be telling you that, but I would be like running this $1 million company and I would have all these high-end producers and it will be all this high quality, it's like there's the gap is still there, right? Like how do you create like, yeah, of course you can tell me that because you're already there, and that's how I'm thinking all the time. Like I'm like, yeah, it's easy for them to say because they've already made it. They already have all the money, the budget to create what they want to create. It's easy for them to say, right? But if you have a vision and you have some resources, just use the resources that you already have and trust that you will reach your vision. It might not happen exactly as you want it to happen. I mean, holy moly, I would have loved to have $1 million or more to create my vision, the vision that I had in my mind. Like, it's not like what I ended up with is not at all how I envisioned it in my mind. But what I hear in most filmmakers are like, they're just like, I want this sort of Hollywood production-ish way. Like, so I'm just waiting for funding. Like, okay, but no, no one's gonna come and give you funding. It's like winning the lottery. Really, is it like winning the lottery? It might happen, but it's not guaranteed. So since it's not guaranteed, you have to start creating with what you have. And it might be just shooting one scene. Get some friends. Like if you don't want filmmakers in the industry to work for free because, it's unless they are willing to and they invest and you all work together and you have the same vision and it's fair game, you can use people that you know who are willing to come on board, shoot one simple scene. It doesn't take long. You can shoot in one day, you can shoot in like 1, 2 hours. Use setups that are simple. Or even like, okay, if you don't want other people to work with you at all, like if you feel like, morally, I cannot bring people to work for free for me, use your phone or something. Like you can film with what you have. And just so you can showcase your vision. So you have something to show of your skills, because all that's all it is. Like if you have nothing to show, no one's gonna know what you're capable of, and no one's gonna understand your stories. So you have all these visions in your head, but they're not getting out in the society. Like you're not producing anything. So talking is talking, but creating is creating. You have to produce something, you have to create something, and you have to get out of the dreamer state and into the actual execution state, because that is what creates momentum. That is how films are actually being made. And who knows, if you start this way and you start creating something one day, you might have the budget to create all these huge visions, but you gotta start somewhere. So down at the bottom of my, like at the link, you can download how to get started creating. It's a wonderful way to just get out of the stuckness and start creating from where you currently are. And that is how you break the lack of loop and you get going. Okay, until next time.